Eliza.
I'm Peggy. Welcome everybody back to Late Night Snacks.
Hola.
We are here to bring you our second character review. We are bringing you this evening Frannie Goldsmith, or some call her Fran. And we will be giving you her story, synopsis, summary, whatever you want to call it, and backstory this evening. I am one of your hosts, Irish Melly, along with the beautiful DeWanda and the amazingly sometimes hurting himself all the time, that guy.
Yep.
Let's jump right into Frannie, you guys.
All right.
Oh, and our second character review of The Stands, Stephen King's The Stand,
Right.
from the book to the 94 miniseries to the 2020 series, the character of Frannie Goldsmith. Sorry, I didn't mention that. And if you guys want more character reviews, please give this video a big thumbs up. Let us know in the comments down below this video if you guys want more character reviews, and tell us who's your favorite character from The Stand and why. And
Give
with
a
that,
thumbs up, broken souls in the world.
with that, I will let DeWanda take it away.
Yep. All right, here we go. We're gonna share the screen here.
Yep.
There we go.
Hey.
All right.
Let me see. There's no light in this bed.
Okay. Oh, figures. I'm dealing with pop-ups. Okay. So now we're going to talk about Frannie Goldsmith. She is traveling with Harold, and we just the breakdown that we just did was about Harold. That was the one before, and we're about to talk about Frannie now. And she is basically
start with her family, right? The loss of
yeah. We're gonna start with her family actually, because before the plague even happens, she finds out that she's pregnant. Okay.
In the novel, let's say that in the novel.
Well, yeah, she finds out she's pregnant in the novel. And she doesn't, she tries to tell her father, but she never gets the opportunity to tell him that she's pregnant before he ends up getting sick. So she ends up being pregnant before this whole thing even goes down. And so that's a major thing that they didn't really bring up in the miniseries so far in either one, because her boyfriend was really not mentioned in the first episode. He's mentioned in the novel. Her boyfriend's name is Jess.
Yeah, they cut all that.
Yeah, and so we have that to start with. And as far as her family is concerned, she's very close to her father. However, her mother is very controlling and doesn't approve of anything that Frannie does. And we don't get to really see her mother in the miniseries either, because she's dead in the miniseries. In the book, she actually dies from complications of the plague, but in the miniseries, we don't have that.
Although we do see before Fran decides to leave, when she finally buries her father, we see that there's 4 graves.
Yes, she has literally buried her entire family. She's buried her brother, her mother, and now her father. So, and I didn't see 4 graves. I only saw 3.
Maybe it was 3, but I remember seeing multiple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she's dealt with a lot in her in her early life, because she's very young, and so far she's literally buried her entire family.
In the book,
So
how the
now-
brother died?
Huh?
In the book, when did the brother die?
In the book, her brother died when she was, I believe, I think she was like 10 when he died. Yeah. And I don't remember off the top of my head exactly what it was that he died from, but yeah, he died when she was 10. And basically, her brother was her mother's favorite, and then Frannie was her father's favorite. So each one of them had their own child, and she lost hers, but he still had Frannie. So her mother was extremely controlling and resentful because Frannie was still alive and her brother wasn't. So she had to deal with all of that. So needless to say, she's dealt with a lot of loss in her life. And then we go forward as she's burying her father. We see Harold, who is being a disgusting peeping Tom and looking at her through a peephole.
Jacking
Because,
off.
yeah, looking at her through a peephole. So yeah, because he's upset. He's literally obsessed with her because she was his babysitter and his sister's best friend. So he's been obsessed with her for a very long time. And all he wants to do is get into her pants, and she wants nothing to do with him because she just thinks he's immature. And
do they tell us how old she is? I know she's a few years older than Harold.
Yeah, she is a few years older than Harold.
Did they ever say exactly how old she is?
I believe she's like maybe 3 or 4 years older than he is.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking she was like 19, 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
18 to 20.
Yeah, 18 to 20.
We know that Harold's 16.
Mm-hmm. So, but her and Harold end up being the only known survivors that we are aware of from Ogunquit, Maine, and they end up traveling together to first see if they can help with the plague, because apparently they're immune, and they want to go and help everyone figure out what's going on here. So they end up going to a facility first and finding out that there's nobody there. And along the way, they end up meeting up with Stu Redman. And at this time, Harold automatically thinks that he is her protector. So he's jealous of anybody that gets involved with her because he wants her to himself, even though Frannie wants nothing to do with him. And she pretty much says so in the very beginning by basically yelling at him and saying, go away, I'm not your babysitter anymore. And he gets
But then she does this.
Yeah. But they end up
run away with him.
They end up traveling together, and she ends up falling in love. She ends up falling in love with Stu Redman, which sets Harold off in a big way. And they end up because he wants her to himself, and
if you want more backstory on Harold, check out our character review on Harold Lauder.
Yep. But she's one of the main characters. She ends up being on the main committee for the Boulder Free Zone, and there is a great deal of backstory on her, but I don't want to give everything away right away.
Right.
What they're going to cover.
Huh?
With all the time jumping, we don't know what they're going to cover.
Yeah, so I don't really want to give everything away. I just want to kind of touch on their relationship and how they're connected.
And we just want to tell you a little bit more about Frannie Goldsmith.
Mm-hmm.
So that wraps up our character review for Frances Fran Goldsmith from Stephen King's The Stand.
Yep.
If you want more, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe and hit your bell so that you're notified every single time that we upload. We upload multiple times a week, and we have many more character reviews coming at you guys very, very shortly. So if you have that little bell hit, you will get that notification as soon as our newest character review pops
Yes.
and drops.
And they will, and the character reviews will be put in a separate playlist so that you can watch them consecutively if you'd like.
With that, we love you. We love you for being here. We will see you guys in the next one. Be kind to yourself and be kind to someone else. Good night.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.